Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 7th of June. Okay, so we get through one key news event and then we got another key news event a day later. So yesterday first things first then, yesterday interest rates were cut as expected, and the classic old line, it's going to be data dependent. Well, it's always data dependent, but that's a knock on, or that's like kicking the can down the road until as long as they can, but we'll see what comes of things. But I noticed different speakers are coming in with sort of, it's a bit of a mixed bag at the moment between the soft dovish sort of speakers looking for ways to cut rates again soon. But what it looked like from yesterday's meeting and Lafarge's, it's not Lafarge at all, Lagarde, was the rates obviously were cut this time, and they won't be cut next, but most likely in September. So that's how it's looking, but data dependent. Right, so that's that out of the way. But what we've got later on is non-farm payrolls. We've got for Canada and for the US, so we've got the double whammy there. And leading into that, I expect prices to be, I expect price action to be pretty choppy and slow. So let's look at the technicals. Well, I've got the starting on the New Zealand. I don't know, but it would have been quite a good place to start looking at the price. Anyway, euro dollar first. So euro dollar yesterday really didn't do a great deal, and you can see the mess that this week has been. This is a 4-hourly chart, and between these pivots, that shows you the week. That's last week there, between those pivots there. That's the weekly pivot. This is the weekly pivot here. Look at the mess this is in. How can you expect to be trading and making lots of money if you're a semi-swing trader? Even trying to get some, well, there may have been potential points along the lane here in terms of getting a couple of scalps out or something, but certainly not great at the moment. Hourly wise, I'm just looking at here, and then so coming down looking at the daily pivots, we've got an untouched daily pivot below. Personally, before it runs up, I'd prefer it to be hitting this level, but I just feel like we're going to get into more chop here, so not a lot to be done. And I pre-warn you, it's pretty much the case throughout here at the moment. I haven't looked at the cross pairs. I'll do that in the trading room in a short while, but pound dollar here not really going anywhere either, and you see it on the 4 hourlies. That's the week to date, this week to date. It's not really going anywhere. Good consolidation at some stage. We get a better pull out, push up there. I quite like this candle here, but I quite like it in a sense. You could just get it's a bullish key reversal bar. Well, it was going down marginally. We could end up with a follow through in the next hour, but trader beware. Wait until it's settled down for 15 minutes or so before you look to buy it. Now it might just fly up. There's always that risk, but the amount of times that it starts flying up and then does a complete reversal, it's not worth me taking it until, as I say, about 15 minutes at least. In US dollar yen, we've had a little bit of they're making a bit of a fuss about the move down this morning, but that's actually gone away effectively. You see it was heading southbound here this morning. The dollar just strengthening, yen just strengthening a little bit for no known reason, according to the analysts I was looking at there on Financial Juice. It's pure movement probably, whether it's whatever you put it down to. Just a general price action. This I would imagine, just like anything else, is going to end up chopping leading into non-farms. Aussie dollar, again, it's chopping on the dailies. There's no surprise to see it chopping along on the 4 hourlies and 60 minutes. Now, with a number of these, you've got, this is very similar to the euro. We've got the opportunities at some stage to get a good push on these. They are sitting near their previous highs there, and it's sort of making the action. It's trying to get, well, it has actually on this one given us a fractional higher low by looks of things. Might be a no, that did take out the, no, that was a proper bottom. It hasn't given us a higher low, but there's chances for higher lows, etc. But as I say, chop is the grand picture that we're seeing here. No surprise here to see the Canadian dollar just in that range. So whilst it's in this range, it's back to where it's like Groundhog Day. This is where it was yesterday, mid-range, right at the bottom there. So nothing to be done there in a nutshell. There we go. I was looking at the New Zealand dollar initially, only because I'm looking at it in relation to where it is onto its dailies. Dailies, the daily bars in relationship to its yearly pivot. It's had to go up there. It's holding up there actually. At some point it might break through and be. I mean, it is the most bullish of the, or has been the most bullish of the majors, but you look at that and you think, well, if that's the major and most bullish, look at that Wednesday, Thursday, well, yeah, ended up back where it was roughly, nearly. Today chopping, bit of Chopin. Okay, and finally Swissy, as someone asked about Swissy yesterday, we're looking to go long on it. And to me at the moment, it's a bit of safety coming through here. It's not a good idea. It had put that little pivot swing in at the time when they were looking. I can see why they were looking, but it's quite a mess as it sits there at the moment, which is really, I mean, it's probably the cleanest one looking for the downside. I have been looking at the downside, but it's nothing for me to get into at this stage. Not going to jump aboard when it's chopping, and again, really liable to big movements later on with the non-farm payrolls. Just looking at a couple of cross pairs I like to pick out and trade. This is the euro yen, really not going anywhere at the moment, so it really just sort of summarizes things. Maybe the New Zealand yen was on a lot of people's the biggest movers going both ways yesterday, and what did it end up doing? Absolutely nothing. It's just the way the market, as I say, just waiting for things. Dropped off a little bit this morning, but that's about it. The Euro CAD is the other pair I really do like, and again, not a lot. So I don't like it at the moment, that's for sure. Right, I should leave that there in terms of the Forex market. Quick look at the indices if you're trading gold and oil and but this is going to be brief, and I can tell you that now the gold did pitch up yesterday, and it's not done too bad actually. It's put a higher low in on the route here, so it has got that sort of it's maybe bottomed out here then for now, but short term again range bound, very susceptible to price action this afternoon. Oil, I've been seeing a little bit of a follow through. So it did actually put a pivot swing in at the absolute low there yesterday. It's pushed up there. May not have picked that up on the dailies or not, but it's consolidating around the highs. This looks like it could, well, obviously there is some resistance into those previous lows there, but at the moment we could be coming back into making a bit more of a range, higher lows coming through here. But you filter down, look at the day and what it's been doing. Look at yesterday. Yep, it did get a surge late evening there, or early evening, beg your pardon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon UK time. Consolidating again at the moment. Right, I'm going to leave it. Oh no, I'm not. I did say I'll look at the S&Ps. S&Ps are continuing. I'm going to just show you at the end of the day. A little tiny day yesterday, and we'll see much the same today up until the non-farm comes out, and then we'll get a bit of short-term direction. And I say short-term because we'll be looking at something else next week. Maybe a Fed meeting or something. Right, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to call it a day. I wish you a great Friday trading. If you managed to get into anything, there may be something in the scalpy world, but there's certainly nothing for me in what I'd like to be doing. And with the risk coming out at 130, it's best to be sitting there waiting, or popping out and enjoying the weather if there is any with you. Right, take care. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.